Now I'm going to go through this. I don't have to talk to you about Teams. Hopefully not. Hopefully you're all using Teams. If you aren't using Teams, it's an absolutely great tool to have. But the hybrid working kind of solution from Microsoft, basically on here. Boost productivity by helping employees to work wherever they are. We've all been there trying to access data when we've been outside of work, right? But now with M365, up to 5 users or 5 devices per user, 5 laptops, 5 phones, 5 tablets, that's up to 15 devices per user can be enrolled and signed on. If I access any documents on my phone in real time, I have exactly the same experience as if I go on my laptop. If I go onto my iPad, if I go onto someone else's laptop and log on, I have exactly the same experience. Go through, obviously, with Teams. Teams, as it evolved, much more than just a fancy Skype for business. When it first came out, I just thought exactly that. It's just a fancy Skype for business. I cannot live without Teams. I collaborate, I work, I do all of my projects on there. I run all of my applications on the side. I don't really tend to go on SharePoint. I just run everything through Teams because it's native to use. It's easy to use. And actually the features on there are just getting better and better. You can also put, this isn't a telephony thing on here, but the Teams calling features that you can have as well. If you're looking at minimizing your infrastructure costs, putting stuff onto Teams is a good way of doing it, and buying dedicated Teams hardware. Or if you just want to have a couple of phone numbers on your Teams account as well, it also works quite nicely on there. The other good thing about Teams, it actually makes people feel part of the meeting. I have a lot of meetings where I can't be present in the room for whatever reason. Many times I've sat on the side of service stations or in hotel lobby rooms just trying to jump onto a meeting, but still, we've all had bad meetings where people can't hear each other, there's a delay, there's lag. Actually, Teams fixes that. Teams gives you a bit of a better experience when it comes to it. Some of the other stuff in Teams in M365 as well is some of the extra security features you get inside Teams meetings. One of the biggest things that I see people don't talk about often enough is that, do you remember in lockdown when we had people would just join in Zoom meetings whenever they wanted? They were just putting a code in and they were finding a random meeting. I think Boris Johnson even got targeted at one point. You can't actually do that in Teams. In Teams, you have to authenticate by the token gets authenticated by the link that you click, but you have to be authenticated before you can get it. So in theory, no one could just join your meeting. If you're doing a live event like this, and yes, someone could join, but on a meeting, it's near on impossible for somebody to hijack a meeting because they can't get past the authentication. The other stuff you use Teams as a platform as ready-made solutions, right? If you've got any applications that you use on M365 or in conjunction with it, you can use in Teams as well. Things like Adobe, things like signing contracts, Adobe Sign, Adobe Acrobat, all gets integrated in there. If you're using Trello, third-party apps, even crypto payments and stuff like that is included in it. You can also build your applications and build your ticketing systems on that. I'm seeing a lot of companies expand their ticketing solutions and just running it through Teams. It makes it nice and easy to do.